Guys, RCTV, and today I have a review and tutorial on a Cheerson Cx-10, a really good quad and the world's smallest. So as I've already said, it is the world's smallest quadcopter, and just to put that in comparison, here's a 10p coin and the Hubsan X4, which it easily sits on top of, just like that. It's really tiny. I mean, look, and they haven't just thought of making a quad and saying, let's make the world's smallest quad. Doesn't matter how good it is, just make it the world's smallest. But it is a really good quad. It does full flips in any direction, and well, not any direction, sideways and vertical, and it also does them at the press of a button. There's 3 rates, normal, high and intermediate, and you do that by just pressing here. So I'll show you that now. So if you turn it on, so when it beeps, you need to push the stick up and down, then it will be set. And to do the high rates, you press this once, and it goes into flashing red. It's kind of pink on the camera, sorry. And then you press it again. The light doesn't actually change, but it is in the highest rate. And then if you press it again, it goes back to green, as you can see. And there's only really one issue I have with this quad, is on the back, just at the switch, it does say on and off, but because it's so tiny and your thumb goes in there when you're sliding it, the on and off wear away quite quickly, as you can see there. So I mean, it's not a massive complaint, because by the time it's worn off, if you've used it that much, then you'll know which way is on and off, and the lights will show if it's on and off, so it doesn't really matter that much. But anyway, so flying it, as I said, turn it on, wait for it to beep, up, down, and then we've got some nice red lights, LEDs on the side, at the back. It's really good orientation, I find. But then again, I only really fly it indoors. And then blue at the front, and then you can fly. And it is really stable, as you'll see in the flight footage at the end of the video. And unfortunately, because this is such a small controller, it's that big, there isn't any yaw trim, but or throttle trim, but there are these 2 trims. So, I mean, that's all you really need. Sometimes, I do find that sometimes, when I fly it, it randomly starts turning a bit, and you think, well, I need to do the yaw trim, but there isn't any, but you don't. You just turn it off, and then just back on, and it should be back to normal. If it isn't, just do it again, and it'll be fine. When you're charging, on this bit here, there's a bright red light, so it's really noticeable when it's fully charged, because it goes out. The wire doesn't seem to be ripping, so, well, I mean, I don't really bend it that much, so fine quality. And with the blades, I have crashed this a lot indoors into metal things, and the blades can bend down that much, but you just bend them straight back up, and they're fine, and you just carry on flying, and it'll be fine. So the way to do flips, you want to press on this, it'll do a beep, and it'll keep beeping to tell you that you're in flip mode, and then when you push in whatever direction, it'll do that flip, but obviously it didn't do it because I've got no throttle. So that'll be front flip, back flip, left barrel roll, right barrel roll, and then this is yaw spinning around, throttle, forward, backwards, left, right. You know, all the basics, everyone knows them. So, to recalibrate the gyro, to like, you know, reset it to the ground so that it's horizontal and equal, you go like this. Whoops. So you put your left stick in bottom left and your right stick in top right, and the LEDs flicker. There you go. Let me give you a better view of that. It's quite hard to see when it recalibrates, but when you do it, there you go, you see them flickering, and then I go back to normal. So it's finished resetting, and it is pretty stable in the flight. Doesn't, if you trim it just right, then it won't hover around that much. So in the box, it comes with a USB charger, just a standard one. It's not the same as a hub stand or anything, as you can clearly see. It's this connection that you see with quite a couple of simmers. Oh, come on, focus. Never mind. The charging is really quick, actually. I was amazed. I timed it from being completely dead, and it took exactly 9 minutes to fully charge, and you get about 10-minute flights, which I don't know how, but it's really good. So when you actually get the box, I found it really hard to get it out. Well, not really hard, but it was quite hard. So you can open it at the top, where the quad will be sitting on the top, but you can't actually pull this out because it will be zip locked. So you have to open it from the bottom and then pull it out. And it comes with 4 spare blades. Well, let me turn this off. It comes with 4 spare blades, 1 for each propeller, and an instruction manual. I think some places like Banggood do it in Chinese, so you can't actually read it. But this one, I think it's from Amazon, so it's all in English, and it's a good, clear instruction manual, and you know, it's easy to follow. I didn't really use it. I just looked up how to use it, and yeah, it's pretty good. Calls it a UFO here. Don't know why. And here are the colours that it comes in. It doesn't look that bright on camera, but when you take it outside, it's really bright orange. It's fluorescent like highlighters. And then you've got light blue, pink, and green. I think they're a bit brighter than they look on the box in real life. I'm not too sure. So there's 3D flip. Oh yeah, the flips, they're really good. They're like really tight. You can do them with about 1 meter's height off the ground, and it won't crash onto the ground. It's really good. So I think that's about all there is to say. So I'll show you some flight footage now, and you can see how it flies. Okay, so this is the flight on the Cheerson Cx-10. Let's take off. So it's a bit jumpy when it's on full battery, as you can see. It's quite hard to stay on a balanced throttle. But I mean, it's still really good though. After you've flown with it for about a minute, the throttle will wear down and it will be better. I mean, it will still work okay. So let's see full throttle here. Pretty fast. Full throttle. So it's the gyro. It balances really well. So if I throw it into the air now, then you can see that it balances out pretty quickly. But I was throwing it quite easily, so let's do it a bit harder. Oh, there you go. Still works fine. So let's go into the different rates. So press this once, goes into the medium rate. So I mean, it's definitely a big difference from the first rate. I mean, it tilts quite a lot. So pressing the left stick down, let's go into this last rate. Wow, so it does go really fast, but even though, as you can see, this does go fast, I wouldn't recommend flying this outdoors if the wind is too strong, because it does take it quite easily. So let's go back into normal rates, and so as you guys saw there, we did have a little crash, but I mean, it's completely fine. And the props, I've had this for about a month now. They don't break really. I mean, they bend a lot, but literally you just bend them straight back. So as I was trying to say, let's trim this out. Wait, see the stability? This is me keeping my hand completely still. So this is a yaw rate. Same for all of them, as you can see. So back into normal rate. Let's try out the flips. So I'm gonna, not even that high. This is about chest height for me. So I'm gonna press the right stick in and left. So as you can see, there's really nice tight flips. I'm gonna the flips are really tight. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is, when you do a flip, when it's about to finish it, put on full throttle, because then you can like get back up. So this is an LVC warning. After this happens, you can no longer do flips. You can do all the different rates, but they're not as powerful. As you can see, it's kind of dying down a bit. But after the LVC warning first starts, there you go, this is full throttle. You can't do flips, and it'll last for about 2 minutes. So there you go, full throttle, and then it just stops. So at this stage, it takes 9 minutes to charge, and I'll go charge it, and then show you some more on the flips. Okay, so I'm back. It's fully charged. So I'll show you some more flips. So I'll go through all of them. There's left flip. Oh, as I said, it's a bit touchy when it's fully charged. Front flip. Back flip. Oh, that was close. I'll do it again. Back flip. Side flip. So I mean, overall it's a really good quad. Really stable, balanced, quite fast and agile. I like it a lot. Maybe it'd be a bit better if the on and off didn't wear away as easily, and the paint, because as you can see, you probably can't actually, but just here it's worn away a little bit. And I mean, I find the controller okay, because on the sticks there are little bits that stick out that you can easily grip. So it's a nice controller, even though it's quite small. Some people might disagree with me, but I mean, that's what I think. As I was saying, maybe it would be better if the yaw rate was changed with all the different rates. But apart from that, I really like this quad. I do recommend it, and it's really cheap. Well, for a quad of this standard. And thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. And I might do a video on my Simmer X5C soon. So yeah, thanks for watching.